He was really, really young when he got famous. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
You do it in the casting of the film, not in the casting of the show.
Whew. Well, it looks like Joe Rogan has crowned himself as a new whistleblower of the industry because his recent revelations are full of juice. The man's got a knack for stirring the pot, and this time he's diving headfirst into the murky waters of Tinseltown, shining a spotlight on some eyebrow, raising Hollywood connections that helped actor Matt Damon soar to the unbelievable heights in the show business.
it was just the whole thing to me was like this weird play that people were putting on.
Rogan isn't holding back, and he's got some spicy bombshells to drop on his high-profile buddy, Matt Damon, who was allegedly tangled up in a web of Hollywood intrigue that goes beyond just schmoozing at fancy parties. It goes way beyond the norms of ethical behavior. But let's break it down. So, according to Rogan, multiple actors, in their quest for stardom, may take some seriously unconventional routes, and apparently, there's no limits on what lines they're ready to cross when it comes to fame. Now, Rogan paints a picture where getting famous means playing by a set of rules that would make your grandma blush.
Had all this power over you, and they exhibited it, like they exerted it when you were in the room with them.
Well, you know how it always with Joe Rogan. He isn't tiptoeing around the sensitive issues, and this time, he was again connecting some dots for us, linking Matt Damon to one of the most horrible scandals in the industry. So, I don't need to remind you the horrors of the story about Harvey Weinstein and how the Hollywood mogul nurtured the exploitation culture in Hollywood. But it seems like Rogan is now exposing the whole network of this disgusting environment, and Matt Damon plays a pivotal role in the whole story.
But occasionally, he was whiffing. Occasionally, he was like, I got this one in the back, boys.
Rogan suggests that Weinstein has been luring young celebs with his lavish promises, and he basically ruled the Hollywood with everyone knowing what's happening. As Joe says, Harvey allegedly lured in aspiring actors with grand promises of stardom, and knowing his power in the industry back in the days before conviction, it seems like many young talents didn't even think twice before signing any deals with the producer. However, all the promises of stardom and fame came with a horrifying condition, and you probably know what it was: some alone time with the man. While it made an impression of Harvey Weinstein being adored by half of the industry, it seems like the picture behind the scenes was rather gruesome, and all these actors, including Matt, went to him just because they wanted to get a quick career boost.
Go for the best director, period. This is what we have, and this is what we have to choose.
And hold on to your seats, folks, because here's where it gets even crazier. Now, Joe Rogan says that some of these actors, both male and female, played along and even got a special favor from Weinstein, upgrading from his puppets to his handlers and secret keepers. It's a shocking tale of manipulation that had everyone, and I mean everyone, in Hollywood caught up in a web of secrets, lies, and power plays, and apparently, Matt Damon was among the first to jump to this opportunity to serve the film mogul in exchange for fame.
A media mogul, but I would imagine there's a bunch of factors going on.
But Joe Rogan didn't just spill the tea. He brought out the whole tea set, and be careful, it's piping hot. Let's talk about the big fish in this crazy pond of lies and manipulations, Matt Damon. You know, that list Hollywood hotshot whose career skyrocketed thanks to his partnership with Weinstein on iconic movie Good Will Hunting, the script for which Damon wrote with his friend Ben Affleck. With this role, Damon basically rode the fame train straight to stardom and openly admitted that he owed a hefty chunk of his success to Weinstein's backing.
Force that's, he sucked up all the energy in the room. He was Harvey Weinstein, and it was Miramax, and that was the thing.
And of course, with the brilliant script and Weinstein's support, the young stars Matt and Ben got their first Academy Award ever for the best scenario, and this is when their careers took off. Now, Ben's acceptance speech may be interpreted in a rather cryptic manner, considering what he had said. We're really just two young guys who were fortunate enough to be involved with a lot of great people whom, and it's come upon us, there is no way we're doing this in less than 20 seconds. Now Joe Rogan is hinting that maybe, just maybe, the relationships between Weinstein and these male actors weren't just business as usual. Nope, he's suggesting it might have been a bit more complicated. Like a twisted dance of ambition and personal compromise that Matt had to make to rise to the heights of stardom and being picked by the industry mogul.
There can be a good result for taking responsibility for what you do, and that's how we all start to grow, right?
However, the story doesn't end here, and it seems like Matt Damon chose to go to all lengths to keep his star shining bright in the Hollywood skies. Later, when the whole thing with Harvey's A surfaced, Matt publicly admitted that he knew about several episodes of misconduct. As the actor said in this interview, basically protecting his mentor, this wasn't much a surprise for him and everyone who worked closely with Harvey, but that was the extent of what we knew. I mean, and that wasn't a surprise to anybody. So when you hear Harvey this, Harvey that, I mean, look at the guy. Of course, he's a womanizer. Well, this is exactly what Joe Rogan was trying to tell about a Hollywood culture of silence that was thicker than a plot twist in a soap opera. Apparently, Matt Damon has always been in the same boat with Harvey, and apart from offering himself to the movie mogul, he also covered for his crimes, and that's how he got all his roles.
And I did 5 movies in quick succession. He signed me up for a 3-picture deal.
Now, it looks like another facade of honesty and integrity has been crushed by the fist of truth, and people on social media express their disappointment in Matt and other celebs greedy for glory and fame. As one person commented, some have such a desire to be rich and famous, they'll do the most perverted things, only to realize it was not worth it. Sad what people desire, not realizing the terrible price. And another user added, "You've heard actors say Hollywood is a dirty business, and they were willing to do whatever it took to get the golden ring. Is it worth it?" But if you think that Matt Damon wanted to sink along Harvey in this boat of S.A. allegations, well, the actor decided to protect himself from all backlash by quickly taking the side of victims. The man finally spilled the beans about Gwyneth Paltrow's being approached by Weinstein, and she was deeply shocked by the story.
I'm a fan of his, but I don't imagine he's ever going to do those things again. You know what I mean? I imagine the price that he's paid at this point.
But here's the thing that raises many eyebrows. Damon claimed he never discussed it with Paltrow. As the actor said, "I never talked to Gwyneth about it. Ben told me, but I knew that they had come to whatever agreement or understanding they had come to. She had handled it. She was the first lady of Miramax, and he treated her incredibly respectfully. Always." This revelation raises some heavy questions about complicity and silence in Hollywood. Did Damon's hush-hush attitude have something to do with not wanting to rock the boat with a powerful figure who played a big role in his rise to stardom? It's like he was living out a real-life Hollywood thriller and keeping his mouth shut was the price of admission to the big leagues.
I knew he was a womanizer, you know, I wouldn't want to be married to the guy, but I'm not, it's not my business really.
But Matt was so naive if he believed he'd clear his name so easily. In 2017, another disturbing story, proving that Matt Damon has actually worked as Weinstein's personal secret keeper, surfaced. When the reporter accused Matt of trying to hush another story with Weinstein's guy scouting for victims in Italy, and the actor again was smitten by backlash and denied all speculations, saying he had no idea what the story was going to be about. They were calling me to vouch for this executive. They were calling me to say that they knew the guy, they hung out with him in Italy, and he seemed like a good guy. Seems like Matt Damon has caught up in his lies, and it's not like anyone believes in his purity anymore. Apparently, with more pressure and exposure coming from Joe Rogan, we'll soon get more details on Matt's own shenanigans.
Later of being a monster, but meanwhile they're just praising him.
Well, don't you have to play that game?
While Matt tries to stand up for himself and protect his crumbling reputation, it seems like he's been long labeled by the fans as another shady Hollywood figure with zero trust and credibility. As one person commented, "No big surprise, I can't watch a movie with Fracky Damon. He always seems so creepy." And another user added, "Oh no, anyways, this is a shocking discovery. Everyone knew about the casting couch and none of them had a problem doing it as long as they got theirs. They sold their souls and bodies for fame, zero sympathy." Well, it may be infinitely sad to realize that this Hollywood drama is far from over, but let's hope that Joe Rogan will shine more light on the shady corners of the film industry. You never know what twists and turns might be next in this Hollywood saga. And now, I have a question for you guys. Do you think there's anyone honest and decent in Hollywood left? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos